In this tutorial, we'll give you an introduction to exporting out of Premiere Pro and a quick introduction to using Adobe Media Encoder. When your sequence is complete and you're ready to export, Premiere Pro needs to know which sequence you're ready to export. In many workflows, you might have more than one sequence, so again, you need to tell Premiere Pro which one you want to export. In our example, we only have one sequence that we can export. So you need to tell Premiere Pro which sequence you want to export in one of two ways. You can select the sequence in the timeline panel where you see the blue box now surrounding the sequence. This is going to allow you to go to File, Export, Media. You can also select the sequence in the project panel. Again, in case you have more than one, you can tell it which one you want to export. And then when you go to File, Export Media, you also see it's available to use. I highly recommend when you look at the various formats available that you start with H.264. You'll also notice we have a lot of different presets that are in here. I find the best export for beginners is to use any of the Vimeo or YouTube settings. And all you have to do to get to those settings is hit the Y key for YouTube, for example, and select the YouTube setting that you want, and all the settings have already been applied. And all you have to do at this point is just click on the output name and decide which folder you'd like to put your output, click on Export, and let Premiere Pro start the encoding process. Let's take the time to look at a few other settings that you might be interested in. You'll notice a number of tabs in the center area of the export settings. If you click on the Effects tab and select Image Overlay, and then choose the image that you want to use, this will apply that image so it will appear on top of your video. Just use the settings to adjust the size and position of the graphic, and when you export, the image will be applied. This is also a great way to watermark your video without needing to apply an extra title or graphic to your sequence when working in Premiere Pro. Other settings you'll find useful are basic video settings, basic audio settings, as well as publish settings. You can publish to Creative Cloud, Facebook, FTP, Vimeo, and YouTube. For those that need to export as QuickTime, there's a few extra steps to exporting QuickTime to select the QuickTime format that you need. Under Format, select QuickTime. Then you go under the Video tab. From there, you select the QuickTime codec. And as you'll see, all the various QuickTime options for making setting changes are available to you in the Video tab once you've selected the video codec that you need. You'll notice at the bottom of the export settings that there's a button labeled Q. When you press Q, the Adobe Media Encoder preloads the sequence and is ready for you to encode. All you have to do is click the green play button to start the queue. And you'll notice near the bottom of the screen, you'll get an output preview showing you the progress. At this point, you should have a general idea on the two basic methods for exporting out of Premiere Pro. One being the export, which is a direct encode from Premiere Pro, while the other being Q, which will send the sequence to Adobe Media Encoder, allowing you to continue to edit in Premiere Pro.